Alright guys, TouchGrabber here back again today. It is Christmas Eve. Hope you're looking forward to tomorrow. If you do celebrate it, happy holidays regardless if you do not. Looking forward to 2020 of course. Got a video prepared for tomorrow regardless if you guys happen to be, you know, maybe on Christmas Day. Queen's Speech comes on, need something to watch. There'll be a video for you guys there tomorrow regardless. Of course if you're in the States, Queen's Speech won't be on anyway, but feel free to find it on YouTube. Quality stuff. Grandad always loves to chuck it on the telly at about 3:30 or whenever it comes on. Today wanted to talk about something that skews slightly away from Call of Duty. It's still relevant. The first few minutes wanted to talk about Call of Duty as we normally do, but for the latter half of it wanted to talk about this global esports federation that we've heard about over the last, well, I don't know, probably the last week or so. Some conflict of interest issues and just looking at it from a very, you know, very ground central perspective up to what's going on in the upper echelons and what the, I guess the global elite think of esports is two very different sides of the coin. And we'll see that in today's video, and I'm sure you guys who may have seen this on Twitter will find similar things to what I have and to what a lot of community members have on Twitter as well. So like if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new as always, I would greatly appreciate it. Hit the notification bell as well. I don't usually mention that, but I was looking through some analytics. I think 1,800 people that are subscribed to the channel have also pressed the notification bell. I haven't even mentioned it once. So thanks a lot if that's one of you. If it isn't one of you yet, maybe it's something you'd like to consider if you want to keep up to date and make sure you don't miss anything, because sometimes YouTube will, you know, even though you're subscribed, it might not come up. You know, YouTube, it's not perfect, right? So the notification bell should guarantee that you see each and every single upload. So today there is meant to be an announcement, I believe, from Embos. If this has happened, I won't be talking about it tomorrow. I'll probably be talking about it on Boxing Day, because Mike added me in this tweet and it effectively said from Embos, announcement coming tomorrow, since been deleted. I didn't think it would get deleted. Usually when you say there's an announcement coming tomorrow, it doesn't get deleted, but it has been, which makes me think, okay, maybe is it going to be tomorrow? Are they going to delay it? Not exactly sure what's going to happen, but maybe it's already come out. If so, it'll be linked in the pinned comment down below, and I will talk about it in coming days. Who knows exactly where he could have ended up? If it is an announcement for a team as a substitute, we've heard the rumours, but whether it'll come true, we will have to see. And yeah, Omarino, so former, maybe current patron of the channel, absolute legend, been around the community, or at least, you know, been around from my experiences through Call of Duty for a very long time, and he tweets out this yesterday, IW devs need the sack. Just wanted to share with you this clip because this is one of the more interesting glitches I've seen. So as he goes on to say, Padaman, who is the social media guy over at London Royal Ravens, he says, is this only split screen? And Omarinia says, nope. So I don't know how to reproduce this glitch, but as you can see, it appears that the character model is laying on the floor, but in fact they are standing up, completely broken. You can't even shoot them. The bullets just go right through where they actually should be, even though they're laying on the floor, which is pretty insane. So I don't know how to reproduce this. I wouldn't want to really share it, but I like to share these things so that they can get some traction in the community, but I'm sure maybe some of you guys will go out there and try and replicate it, but the more replications we see, hopefully the sooner these kind of things can get fixed. So yeah, this is one of the more interesting glitches I've seen. Wanted to show you guys this from Parasite as well. Pros are trying to GA 2 smokes and respawn down to 1 as if we need more flashbangs. Trophy need a buff, but that's it. We don't need to get rid of more smokes. So currently I think it's 2 smokes in respawns and 1 in, 3 in search and destroy. Maybe it's 2 in both. Not 100% sure what the pros are rocking at the current time, but of course right now the way the rules technically work and what Activision and the CDL have implemented is that you can use, well, yeah, however many smokes you write. If you want to use 5 smokes, you know, feel free to go and do so. The pros thing that makes the game just ridiculous to play, so it's currently 2 smokes as the GA. They want to bring it down to 1 apparently according to Parasite, which would be pretty crazy, but again the pros have a lot of control over the game that they want to play. As Bequeath Liberty says, not necessarily does Activision just get a say here, because the pros will kind of do what they want and they're so good that even amateur players, if you want to pull out 5 smokes, you're still not going to beat a pro team regardless, most likely. But Parasite's team right now has apparently been mixing it up really damn well with the professional players. and the teams that are going to be in the CDL next season. So we'll have to see how his team does going forwards. And Adam Apicella, of course, a legendary individual within the Call of Duty scene. We're just about to go on and talk about the Global Esports Federation. This is a guy that, of course, I'm not necessarily saying he wants to be up there or should be up there, but, you know, he's a guy that's been around Call of Duty from the start. If there is a Hall of Fame of esports, the likes of Hex, Hector Rodriguez, Adam Apicella, and those kind of names from the Call of Duty side, and Nachon and Scump, I'm sure, would be up there and someday if they, you know, have I think they do have an esports fame, I think, esports Hall of Fame, I think. Maybe Hex is already in it, actually. But a lot of names from around esports that are in it. The Global Esports Federation is full of individuals which I'm not sure I've ever heard of, or I definitely haven't ever heard of them. I wonder if you guys have in the comment section below. And you know, there's definitely a disparity, right, between people who've actually been in esports for 15, 20 years and have done, you know, absolutely everything to bring the scene up to where it is today, so that these guys at the Global Esports Federation can have the jobs that they have right now, or at least have the position on the committee. And Adam Apicella is one of those guys that's brought esports to where it is today. So it's really great to see that Activision Blizzard, you know, Call of Duty League, of course, this was a guy in charge of MLG for so long. Now that MLG effectively is, you know, irrelevant, or at least not used anymore, because Activision are going to be, you know, putting on their own events kind of thing, or getting the organizations themselves to put on the events. Now Adam Apicella has started up the esports engine, as it's called, and brought a lot of his old staff over here. But, you know, look at this. Adam Apicella, he gets his own Call of Duty World Championship ring with MLG on the top. This is just a gorgeous thing, and we've seen all the rings come out lately. I think the rings finally got manufactured, or finally got engraved for all the professionals that, of course, won the Black Ops 4 World Championship under E, and I have seen that lately. This is really, really cool. So let's go on to this then. The Global Esports Federation on the 21st of December. How many followers do these guys have? I guess I should follow it just out of respect, really. 900 followers right now. Introducing the diverse board of Global Esports Federation, comprised of world-class experts with significant breadth of experience from esports, traditional sports, corporate governance, technology, and business. So in terms of diverse, I guess they're talking about the background of the individuals. But, you know, Slasher, of course, really well-known esports journalist, the biggest one, as he calls himself the world's #1 esports and streaming culture consultant, insider competitive gaming, whatever. Do you know anyone from this pick, or am I just ignorant? Absolutely zero. Let's go and have a look at this pick in some detail here. So here we go. Do you guys know any of these individuals? Like, none of these are recognizable to me. I'll just slowly pan across so you guys can have a go at trying to figure this out. But for me, I don't know any of them. For these people to be representing the interests of esports in a global scale seems a little bit strange to me. And as Scott Smith comes out with, that's of course Sir Scoot. As if this wasn't humorous enough, there already is a Global Esports Federation. So apparently there's another one. Not particularly aware of this, but I'm sure Sir Scoot knows what he's talking about, right? Which one will emerge the victor and help us poor lost esports souls? Like, these are the kind of individuals that have been around in esports for ages, since, you know, the late 1990s when it was first coming about, to make it into what it is today, and having these global worldwide tournaments and really pushing the scene to what it is. And yeah, these individuals, not necessarily anything against them individually, but just the fact that this is the federation of people that, you know, what have these guys done to grow esports? Do they even understand it? Do they know how to slide cancel? You know what I mean, right? They don't seem to have that connection to actually the grassroots, I guess is the word I was looking for, esports. And this, again, we get onto the conflict of interest here, which is what I found quite interesting. The signing of the agreement with Tencent was conducted by Mr. Chris Chan, president of the Global Esports Federation, and Mr. Edward Cheng, vice president of Tencent, who will serve as vice president of the Global Esports Federation. So here we go. The not necessarily corruption, but the conflict of interest and potential for corruption already begins. So Tencent, of course, a massive games and entertainment manufacturer in China, without even getting into the potential government influence behind the company, which is, you know, undoubtedly there somewhere. But regardless, like, without even getting into that, we now have the vice president of an organization which produces games, some of which go on to be esports, or at least could be promoted to go on as to be esports at a global scale. He's also going to be the vice president of the Global Esports Federation. And these are the guys, the GEF, I guess, they want to be the ones that are talking to governments, and they want to be the ones that are talking to, you know, really top tier organizations that don't really understand esports, and trying to figure out where it fits into their business model to promote esports and promote the importance of that as a profitability, as a form of profitability within their business. Now, having him also being the vice president of Tencent, a massive games manufacturer, seems like there is definite potential for promotion to go the wrong way, if you see what I mean. So this is a piece from an article from the Esports Insider, which I'll leave linked down below for you guys. With the burgeoning growth of esports, both as a spectator sport and as an economic venture, providing a valuable avenue to young and tech-savvy market to countless businesses and advertisers, the Global Esports Federation has been established with the aim of growing and regulating the industry. According to a press release, the federation will be guided by the values of sport and the values of harnessing technology and innovation for good. At launch, the federation signed an agreement with Tencent, which has been named as a founding global partner. We talked about these names. Those that witnessed the ceremony included Grace Fu, Minister for Culture, Community and Youth, the guest of honor, the two further vice presidents of the GEF, five-time Olympian, that's pretty cool, board member of the Canadian Olympic Committee. So we've definitely got some people from various institutions here. Just the Tencent signing is quite interesting. And I saw this as well as a reply to this tweet. So what was your favorite part? My favorite part was when we owned the federation that governs what esports are globally accepted, while being led someone who is the vice president of a company that just announced 3 multiplayer titles. Definitely no conflict of interest going on here. Wanted to share this with you guys as well, because this was the video. I'll make this full screen for you guys to enjoy in all its glory. This is the worldwide launch of the Global Esports Federation, clearly made by someone who really doesn't understand what esports is at a ground level. So what we see here pretty much is like virtual reality, people playing sports. Maybe this appeals to people who don't really understand esports. I mean, there's a lot of people in business that have heard the appeal of esports. You know, I work at Intel, right? So I kind of know the ins and outs of how this works from a corporate level. And yeah, people are interested in esports, but they don't really understand what it is. Like, how do we make money out of this? And people who get the opportunity to go along to esports events and, the likes of an IM Katowice or something like that and witness it firsthand, they have that, they have the benefit of understanding, okay, this is what it's all about. But from an outsider's perspective, who really knows? And people think about esports as being next generation of technology. Is it just people playing Wii tennis with a VR? Like, what is this? Is this esports? I'm absolutely mind blown that they're launching with this, and are they gonna show governments this film as like an introductory video? Like, what is going on? There is some clips which actually, again, there's a couple that go around that actually seem to suggest, like this one for example, this one for example as well, that actually, okay, this seems like someone understands what esports is, but it's still a very far way away from what maybe you would expect to see and what you would maybe hope to see from a global esports federation. How much impact will this have on our lives in Call of Duty esports? Who really knows? But still, I thought it would be interesting to at least mention it. And as Scoundrel says here on Twitter, I think people assume that this is to appeal to gamers, but they almost certainly don't, right? This isn't, we're not looking at this and thinking they have any idea what they're doing. This is to appeal to governments and big organizations that are trying to get in to the esports side of things. So I thought you guys might find that interesting. Of course, a slight deviation from Call of Duty in today's video. But look, I've been thinking a lot lately about the future of the channel, how I want to take it forwards over the coming 6 months, say, for example. And there will be a lot of Call of Duty stuff to cover, of course, once the league begins. But I don't know what to do necessarily super long term. I'm thinking maybe I can mix in a few videos here or there when there's not much going on that are not necessarily completely focused around Call of Duty, and maybe gather a slightly different audience so you guys can just watch the videos that you actually do enjoy and that appeal to you, because I know some of you guys that are watching also have interest in other esports as well. And if you do, I'd love to hear it down in the comment section below so I can kind of gauge the future. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. Enjoy Christmas Day tomorrow if you do celebrate it. Happy holidays if not, and I will see you on, I'll see you on Boxing Day, but there'll also be a video tomorrow. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you next time.